It was just a $5 tip. But when Jordan unfolded the napkin it was left on, his hands began to shake. 6 words were scribbled in fading ink. Words that would lead him to a secret inheritance, a family he never knew he had, and the truth about the father he thought had abandoned him. Jordan was 23, working double shifts at a rundown diner on the edge of the city. He didn't complain. He couldn't. Rent was due, student loans loomed, and tips were the only reason he ate 3 meals a day. He wasn't bitter, but he was tired, the kind of tired that sticks to your bones. He hadn't taken a day off in 11 months, no weekends, no holidays, just greasy plates, lukewarm coffee, and polite smiles he didn't feel. Jordan lived alone in a 1-bedroom apartment with paper-thin walls and a radiator that wheezed louder than it heated. He had no siblings. His mom passed when he was 15, and his dad, gone long before that. All he knew about his father was a name on a birth certificate, Deder Hensley. His mother never spoke about him, only said, "Some people leave because they're cowards, and some leave because they have to." She never said which kind he was. It was a Thursday morning, slow. Only 3 tables filled the diner. An elderly couple, a trucker, and a man in a dark brown coat Jordan didn't recognize. The man sat quietly in the corner booth, didn't look at his phone, didn't make conversation, just ordered black coffee and eggs. Ate slowly, stared out the window. Jordan didn't think much of it until he came to clear the plate and found a crisp $5 bill folded neatly beside the napkin. He was about to pocket it when he noticed something odd. The napkin had been folded, deliberately, not scrunched or tossed. He unfolded it, and in the center, written in shaky handwriting, were 6 words. "You deserve to know the truth." Jordan blinked. Read the note 3 times. He looked up, searching for the man, but the booth was empty. Just an empty coffee cup and a slow-swinging door. The trucker hadn't noticed anything. The elderly couple were long gone. He checked the camera footage after his shift, but the system had been down all week. Of course it had. The note haunted him. Who was that man? What truth was he talking about? Jordan tried to forget it, but something inside him had stirred. A voice he hadn't heard in years. Ask, dig, find out. He took the napkin home, unfolded it again, and stared until he noticed something else. On the back corner, almost invisible, a faded stamp mark. DRH. The initials matched the name on his birth certificate. That weekend, Jordan went to the city records office. He searched for Dr. Hensley and got 6 results. 1 matched the right age. A man who had passed away 2 months ago. No obituary, no funeral notice, just a legal notice. Estate unclaimed, no next of kin listed. The address on file was barely 2 miles from his apartment. Jordan's stomach twisted. He went there the next morning, a quiet townhouse now empty. A neighbor told him the man had kept to himself. "Bit of a loner," she said. "Nice guy, but sick, I think. Knew his time was coming." That night, Jordan sat at his kitchen table and stared at the napkin again. You deserve to know the truth. It wasn't just a note, it was a message, a passing of something, a final attempt to reach a son. He returned to the courthouse and asked for access to the estate records. He was expecting rejection, but instead the clerk handed him a file. Inside was a letter, addressed to Jordan if he ever comes looking. The letter was from his father. In it he explained everything, that he had loved Jordan's mother deeply, but had left after being diagnosed with schizophrenia. He'd believed at the time that he would be dangerous to them, that he didn't deserve to be a father. He had followed Jordan's life from a distance, knew where he worked, what college he dropped out of. Every birthday he made a donation to a shelter in Jordan's name. And every year he sat in that diner booth just to see him, never brave enough to speak until that day. There wasn't much in the estate, a small savings account, a photo album, the deed to the house. But the letter ended with a sentence Jordan would never forget. I didn't leave because I didn't love you. I left because I thought that love wasn't enough to keep you safe. Jordan stood in the kitchen of the empty townhouse, tears falling on a napkin he now kept folded in his wallet. That $5 bill, he never spent it. He framed it next to the note. He didn't quit the diner, not right away, but he started writing at night, memoirs, short stories, eventually a book, a story about a man who left and a son who followed a $5 trail to find him. And every year on that Thursday, Jordan returns to the booth in the corner, orders black coffee, leaves $5 and a note. Someone out there loves you, even if they don't know how to say it. Sometimes the smallest things, a napkin, a tip, a folded piece of paper, can carry more truth than 1,000 words. And sometimes love doesn't arrive on time, but it arrives exactly when we need it most. If this story touched you, don't forget to share it. You never know who needs to hear it today.